Los Angeles. Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. We are so excited to welcome Christine Mendoza to the show. She is the owner, CEO of Face and Body. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Your brand is really incredible. I mean, it's beyond health and wellness, beauty from the inside out. How would you describe it and what body is?
Well, if you look at body on the Webster Dictionary, it's being very tongue-in-cheek, risque, a little bit lewd, but kind of funny, I guess I can say. And basically, I wanted to call that Face and Body because what Face and Body is a safe place for women who are non-conventional, a place where they can feel safe, for them to be able to talk and be open about their past and their struggle, and also find healing from it.
So is that what you're doing with the podcast?
Yes, we have a lot of different topics that we're going to talk about, but as of now, we're kind of going through this process where we just want to teach women how to heal.
Ah, wow.
Yeah.
So what have you learned about healing in the process of both the podcast and just living your life?
Mm-hmm. Well, a little bit about my past. I am an immigrant daughter, and I was raised in California. My mother worked from 7 to 7 every day, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. My father was still in the Philippines, so I basically raised myself. From there, I went to high school, didn't finish high school, I got a GED. And I worked 2 jobs since I was 15 and basically became an entrepreneur at 19. Mm-hmm. So from there, I've kind of learned like how to really just rely on myself. A lot of, I guess you can say, trials from that, because it's hard to really invest into something knowing that you don't have anything else to fall back on. Wow. So I was always my only investor. So when businesses always would do well or they would fail, it was always just about me to kind of have to go and pick things up from scratch.
Yeah, we find that Thought Thursdays about the power of the mind and the power of belief, really. So it sounds like you found that within yourself. How did you find that?
Well, I was so used to having nothing, and I didn't want to go back to it. And so I had to find a way to save my money and invest it into something that I was good at. And at the time, it was 2002, and it was websites. So I already knew about e-commerce and sales on the internet since 2002. And from there, I was able to invest into bars. So I have used to own 2 bars. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm nervous. First interview.
Okay.
I've owned 2 bars, several e-commerce sites, and I've gotten into a dispensary, a marijuana dispensary, and then a CBD capsule company.
So what is it about your mindset that has made you a successful entrepreneur? Because there are a lot of women who think, I'd love to start a business, but I might not be experienced and I don't know where to start. What can we think? How can we affect our mind so we can really start that journey?
Well, I always say just take a good look at where you are right now. And a big thing is seeing how, getting your finances right. Because the first thing about starting a business is having something to invest into it. And you can literally invest $200 nowadays and still make something from it. And there's a saying that goes, start with what you have and do what you can with it. So that's how I've always done that. I've always been very good about money management and finances. So I always was mindful about my spending, whether it's even just what I was eating or rent when I was younger and stuff like that. So being able to balance all those areas first when you want to start a business is important.
What is your overall mission with all of this? With your businesses, with Face and Body, what is the message you want to share with the world?
Well, I have had some, I would say some very lucrative successes in my other businesses in the past, and I wasn't fulfilled. Like I wasn't happy just making money. Even with like the bar industry and the cannabis industry is very lucrative, but there was a part of me that just wasn't fulfilled. And being in cannabis, I learned about CBD. And CBD is a beautiful medicine because it helps you from the inside. And it is, there's so many things that it helps you with whether it's mentally, physically. And I started taking CBD because I still am healing from many things in my past. And I use that to empower women. And I tell them my story and I tell them how I did it. But with CBD, I started finding a passion with talking to these women who are healing with it.
Nice.
And I was like, okay, well, how can I keep going with this? Because CBD is just so broad. And I noticed that people who were contacting me were a lot of women who, you know, didn't have a support system. And they told me how much it's helped me or helped them. And we shared stories, and that's how Face and Body was born.
Great, amazing.
Fantastic.
Well, tell people where they can work with you, find your products.
You can go to faceandbody.com. That's FACENBAWDY.com. And we have everything there.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank
We are
you.
Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. All of today's interviews are available as podcasts on iTunes, and the whole show is streaming on EverTalk TV, available on Apple TV and Roku.
We are waking up the world together. Have a great Thursday, you guys. Use your thinking for good. Have a divine day.
It's going to be a Good Morning La La Land.